Hello, welcome to the Rich and Simple Living. My name's Maria. If you're new here, I vlog mainly about homeschooling. Forgot a minute what I do vlog about: homeschooling, urban homesteading and home life, which normally means cooking. And as you can see, the air fryer's out. So that's what we're going to be doing today, something in the air fryer. I thought what I'll try today, I want to do some petticoat tails. Now, I'm not one who likes sugar. I'm normally sugar, it's horrendous stuff, and I'll try and keep sugar to a minimum. But this is the one thing where I actually do eat sugar, and I can't imagine it without sugar. And that's petticoat tails. If any of you have had them, then you know what they are, because normally they're dredged in sugar, but I do try and ease off the dredging bit. But yeah, it's the one thing that just wouldn't work without the sugar, I don't think, and I do like them. Don't eat them very often, normally only Christmas time, so I suppose that's not too bad then. But yeah, I thought we'd have a go at it today and see if we can do some in the air fryer, see if we can make it nice, quick and easy. So the air fryer's already been warmed up. It says you've got to warm it. Well, it is warm because I've had it on for a while and I've been doing something which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Excuse me. Something that I've done before and I said I'd get back to you about. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But first of all, we'll do these petticoat tails and we'll pop them on and then we'll have a chat about what I have been doing. So I'm just going to swing you down like I normally do so you can see. There we go. I think you can see enough. I've been following a recipe from my Bureau cookbook, which is what I normally do for the petticoat tails, and done them in the oven before. It always works out well. So I've got my 9 ounces of plain flour. Then there is 3 ounces of sugar. It says caster sugar, but like I've said before, that's just ground down sugar. And I've not bothered grinding it down. I always just put normal in. I don't worry too much. And then there's 6 ounces of butter. So what we're going to do first of all then, well, I'll show you what I'm going to cook them in and hope it works out. The good old faithful cake tin, I've lined it and I'm hoping to put it in there and just be able to cut it that way. A bit like how I did the flapjacks last week, so we'll shove that out of the way for a minute. So we've got the flour. We're just going to tip in the sugar, give it a bit of a mix round, and then we'll just pop the butter in. Nice, quick and easy. It's just, I've never done it in the air fryer before, and will it work in there? So we'll just mix it in. I've been finding with the, oops, with the air fryer that if I leave it on, sometimes it has things burn a bit around the edges. Do any of you ever get that? Do it into breadcrumbs a bit, and then we'll pound it together. It burns, sometimes things burn around the edges. It either doesn't cook or it burns around the edges. I think I've got to adjust my times with a lot of things. This is why I've started messing around a lot more with things to see if I can get the timing right. Because what the timing for one person's air fryer might not be the same for another. I mean, mine is a Tefal, but a lot of people seem to have these Kasori ones, something like that it's called. And I don't know whether it makes a difference or not. I don't really know. Just get this all to stick together. I do like shortbreads. But like I say, normally I only eat them at Christmas because they are very sugary. They're more of a treat type thing, aren't they? Although I notice they do sell them all year round. But you seem to get a lot more and fancier ones at Christmas. Slowly stick it together. Just about gone now. Oh, sorry. Right, Sean's waiting to use the dishwasher. It's right below me. We'll let her in the dishwasher. There we go. We've got a nice ball. The only thing is these sort of things stick to you, don't they, get messy. But as you can see, it's made in a nice ball. Now it says to divide the ball and do it into 2 pans. Could do it in fingers as well if you've got an oblong dish. Do it in fingers, and quite often done it in the long dish and done it in like finger shapes. We'll just pull it apart, I think. Excuse me. I've not got a cough, just a tickle, but I don't know whether the pollen's a bit high today. I've been outside, and ever since I've been outside, I've been either sneezing or coughing. Oh, I've got 2, more or less the same size. One does look a bit slightly bigger than the other, but we won't worry. So we'll put that one to one side a minute. I wish I got a huge kitchen where you could see me. But we'll put one in here. I will shape it down. Those fingers, because this is non-stick, it sticks to it as you're moving and it moves with you. Could get the rolling pin on it, but I found when I've done that in the past, it does just stick to the rolling pin. Even when you put flour on, you can end up with it tasting too floury if you're not careful. So I'll just smooth it down and I can get the feel where it needs to go then. And what bits are higher than other bits. More or less for right now, it's not far off. Just get my corners as best I can. I don't know why I worry too much, as long as it cooks evenly. I mean, as soon as I get them out of the oven, these sorts of things are eaten straight away. Everyone's saying, save me one, because they get eaten if you don't. Right then, what I'm going to do while it's like this before I put it into the air fryer is, we'll get a fork as well, just put me pieces ready. That should make it easier then when it's cooked for taking apart. There we go, and we'll just fork some holes in them. Like I say, it normally works well and takes about half an hour in the oven, but I've never done it in the air fryer before, so I'm a bit unsure about this. So there it all is, all ready to go in. I'll just move that out of the way. So I've got a bit of space. We're going to just pop it in there. And I've switched on, I'll just check my temperatures. Now, in the oven, I normally do it, well, I've got a gas oven, but I normally would do it on, what have we got here? Was it gas mark 5 or 6? Oh, no, sorry, gas mark 3. What am I talking about, 5 or 6? So we're going to do it on 120 degrees, so quite a low. I must remember to press air fry. What's that? And do it on 120, which is quite low. And then 30 minutes, I think that's about 24 converted to the air fryer. Yeah, I do have to check on my piece of paper because I forget. Okay, so we've got on 120 degrees Celsius, centigrade, whatever that is, on air fry for 24 minutes. So off we go. And we'll see what happens. Like I say, I've cooked them loads of times in the air fryer, in the oven, and they've been fine. Normally, I tend to do them though in long tins rather than short tins. And sometimes I do roll it out because it's in a long tin, but it does tend to stick. And if you put, like I say, if you put flour on it, you know, not very good. It gets a bit floury tasting. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. It'd be quite nice if they come out in slices and it felt even as I needed it in. So that was that. Now, what I was going to tell you why I'd got the air fryer on. Let me just behind you. I attempted another spotted dick. It's cooked okay. It's still a bit crusted out. I find, like I say, when I'm talking about burning, I find like one side, see on that side, it's nice. Turn it round and look, it's crusty. Not sure why it's doing that. I have no reason as to why it's doing that. I can't think of a reason. But I did it a different way this time. I put it in the air fryer with water in the base of the air fryer and stood it in, you know, like you stand it in a pan of water, and I did it that way. And then I put it on to bake, and I did it for the same amount of time as I'd done the last one. Come out, looked lovely, but as soon as you put the knife in, it was slushy in the middle and definitely not cooked. So I put it in a bit longer and I flicked it from bake to air fry, thinking maybe it needs that little bit of extra heat. So whether that's what's caused like a burning effect on one side and not the other, I don't know. But again, when I took it out, it was still soft in the middle, so I thought, oh, blow this. Took the foil and everything off it, and I put it into the microwave, and I microwaved it for 3 minutes, and it cooked instantly. So I'm thinking maybe I'd be better in the microwave doing this. But I think, to be honest, I would rather do it on the stovetop the good old-fashioned way. It's obviously a pudding designed for that. Or maybe if I was doing it in smaller dishes, if I used like my ramekin sized dishes, maybe that would help. Maybe it's too big to be like this in the air fryer. I don't really know. But like I say, you gave me some lovely comments before and I've had a go at them. If anybody else knows anything, or they've done spotted dick and it's turned out as it should, please let me know. I mean, the last one tasted like spotted dick. It tasted really nice, and hopefully this one will taste the same. So we'll see. But if anybody's got any suggestions, ideas, you know, about spotted dick, please let me know. But like I say, maybe it'll be better in smaller individual things, in something like this. Not like when you put it on the stovetop, you can put it into a great big pan of water and just boil it away. Stand it on a saucer and boil it away. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm happy with it, the taste of it. I suppose that's the main thing. It's not ruined if it tastes okay. So anyway, we'll leave this do now, and we'll see whether that's a disaster or not when we come back to it. I'll see you in a moment. So we've beeped. We'll have a look what it's turned out like. I'll just bring you down and we can fetch it out. It looks cooked. Actually, we'll get something to lift it with. See what it's like now. I'm going to grab it with my hands, I'm forgetting. So it looks a nice colour. Feels like it's cooked, just needs to cool down. What I want to do is see if I can slide it onto a plate, and then we can sprinkle it with a bit of sugar on top. So see what we can do, if we can do it without breaking it. It's quite pliable when it's warm. Right, we've got it out of there. I'll probably leave it on there a minute because it'll catch any sugar that I drop. That's the idea anyway. Let's grab a spoon, no matter what size spoon. I'll just sprinkle some on while it's still warm. So I'll just do that and see if I can get it off this cling film. What am I talking about? Cling film. Grease-proof paper. See if I can get it off there. See what I mean by sugar? I'm quite liberal with sugar when it comes to petticoat tails. I think it might need to cool a little bit first. Yeah, we'll leave it cool a little bit first because it's too hot to get off yet. But that's how it looks. What we'll do, we'll leave it cool down a little bit, and then I'll see if I can slide it off and I'll taste one and tell you what it's like, whether it actually does taste like petticoat tails. So we've cut a piece off, as you can see how nice it's all cooked. It's done nice. I'm going to take a little taste of it, see what it's like. That is nice. Still a little bit warm at the moment. Normally I'd eat it cold, but it is nice and the flavour's definitely there. You know, that nice, soft, shortbready taste. Makes me think of Christmas. That's definitely a success. Definitely. See where I've taken the piece. Now it's all cooked nice, all the rest of it. Definitely nice, that is. Worked okay in the air fryer. I've got the air fryer on again at the minute. I'm doing another batch because, as you saw, I cut it into 2 pieces, so I'm doing the other one now. But yeah, it's turned out lovely, and I would definitely do it again in the air fryer. In fact, if I wanted to make lots of them, I could have them in the oven and the air fryer, so I can do lots for Christmas and do like a mass production of them. So that's great. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers for subscribing. I'll be back again next week with a video. I'm not sure what day, likely be Tuesday, but I won't, don't hold me to it because it's summer holidays at the moment and we're here, there and everywhere and can't guarantee what I'm going to be doing when. But if you press that bell, the notification bell, you'll see when I've got a video coming up or when I've done one. So yeah, like I say, I'll be back next week. I'll try and aim for Tuesday, but you know, please don't hold me to it just in case. And then it could be about anything next week. We could be cooking, we could be doing, might have a chat what Sean, get her name right, has been doing for homeschooling during the holidays, because she doesn't do structured work, but she does still carry on with her self-led work because that's her interest. So might just bring you up to speed a bit on that for those of you who follow me for homeschooling. Might do a bit of cooking thrown in, we might not, we'll see what's happening and what we're doing. But definitely at the end of the week we'll be back with the air fryer next Friday, and we'll be doing something in there again next week. So until then, keep the comments coming. I love chatting to you all. I love all your ideas and things you tell me, and I do try things out as well, and don't forget what you've told me. So thank you for that, and I'll see you next week. So have a good weekend and take care, everybody. Bye.